Hello and welcome to the lessons on the basics of quality engineering and quality management. Basically, the Japanese term for Kaizen we'll be discussing into it. So, let us begin our discussion as Kaizen management philosophy and strategy for running a company. Kaizen can also be viewed as a continuous improvement in the process that involves making gradually unending improvements and thereby establishing the ever high standards of performances for the organization. That is what Kaizen would be all talking around here. Because Kaizen is a continuous process. As such, an organization never get there. They only get better, improved relative to the past. For example, learning is a continuous process of gaining knowledge and insights, understanding and wisdom. Education is one strategy to foster learning thereby. So, what is Kaizen? It is basically creating improvement under the Kaizen strategy. Involves everyone in the organizations, not just few specialists. The focus is on having everyone feel free to admit problems and work together to prevent their recurrence. Another core value in Kaizen is that of customer driven quality. Thus, Kaizen is a customer driven strategy for continuous improvement in the process that affects cost, quality, scheduling, and delivery. Kaizen is a continuous improvement, is a fundamental concept and can show under various names. Perhaps a quick response manufacturing QRM. Essentially, that is Kaizen or continuous improvement of material flow for the purpose of reducing lead time and in process inventory. Companies have also embarked on various projects related to preventive maintenance on total productive maintenance. Let us talk about TPM. Again, this is simply Kaizen's one of the maintenance and physical environment of system. Thus, the basic philosophy of Kaizen can manifest in many ways. So, what are we looking around it? Kaizen is an overriding concept. It is more or less of quality, continuous quality, and process improvement, as the case might be. The word Kaizen comprises of two concepts called Kai, to break apart or disassemble. This involves the understanding of current process to identify waste and opportunity for improvement, often done using the value stream maps or other teams. The second component is Zen, means to feverishly improve the process, thus putting back together as a more effective process. The Kai component must be done first and foremost. That is of vital importance. There are different ways to do Kaizen. One way is to do Kaizen Blitz. It involves creating a focused team effort for only a few days. The team members thus step back from their regular jobs to focus on eliminating and greatly reducing waste on selected process area. The other way is to establish a Kaizen project over several weeks or months probably. So, key elements of Kaizen. Let us now look at four key elements. The first is teamwork. Instead of focusing on technology, Kaizen is a people focused, getting people to recognize and address the problem by putting their collective knowledge and energy together to accomplish the common goal. Cooperation, mutual respect, and common goals are fundamental to teamwork. That is what we are looking forward to. Next, to this is the second key elements of communication is obviously important. People can identify and solve problem together, prevent problems in the future unless they are able to openly admit mistakes and probably all problems and address the related root cause of the key issues. Communication in Kaizen is very important. Without it, it is not possible to eliminate any kind of wastages or probably go upon improvement process. The third element is the elimination of the waste that focuses eliminate anything that doesn't add value to the product from the customer's point of view. Waste can exist everywhere within an organization, within any process. We are trying to looking about those process, those practice that is basically time consuming, if money consuming, and probably manpower consuming. The last is the fourth and the final key elements of Kaizen is that of continuous small improvement. This involves making changes through trying new ideas, learning from experience, and continuously improving everything in an organization to lead the higher level of competitiveness and customer satisfaction. So, is change management required? Definitely yes. Customers are continuously increasing. Today's global marketplace and more knowledgeable customers are increasing the competitive pressures on almost every type of organization. Customers are expecting one or more things. You have heard the phrase faster, cheaper, better. How does an organization live up to those increasing demand without changing and changing rapidly? Also, many companies have implemented expensive new equipment and technologies only to be disappointed at the results they have obtained. In many cases, the new system and the process did not perform to the design potential. Quite simply, the companies did not get what they paid for. Likewise, established levels of waste in their process often plague the organizations unless a company look into their processes or modes of doing business and improve them, they may not be able to survive in the long term since their competition will catch and surpass them sooner than later. So, very simply put together, in today's competitive marketplace, to be a world class and best in class company, there is a need to implement new policies. There is a need to implement new practices, often with a new team or a group approach that will foster gradual, incremental, unending, and continuous improvement to increase one's competitiveness. Thus, Kaizen focuses on organizing and managing all your operations as process been able to measure the amount of improvement that you are making. This involves not only the four key elements of Kaizen, but also providing an empowered workforce with the knowledge, skills, and resources they need to bring in the continuous improvement and make Kaizen a way of life. This involves changes, and that is what we are trying to go around with. You may have well heard of the following statement about our job is to manage change. If we fail, we must change management. We have to address how to go about the changes thereby. That is what we are trying to look forward to it. How to manage change involve continuous improvement activities as well as making large and more abrupt changes or innovations thereby. Throughout the course, we are going to address the different types of change and how to implement it. One type of change is abrupt change or innovation. Another type of change is of Kaizen. So what are we do? We are looking for a drastic change or we are looking for a smooth changes as the case of innovation. In a side-by-side comparison, Kaizen versus innovation, you'll see there are really very different approaches to change. Abrupt change or innovations typically depends on a large financial investment and a few specialized people. For example, implementing new technologies and involves a few people in the organization. The proper use of innovations and provide a great innovative leap forward. It is used if used correctly. Unfortunately, the high cost of approach does not always provide the benefit or does not provide the benefit that is expected. By contrast, Kaizen typically involves little or no capital investment. With Kaizen, the organization makes ongoing improvement, and in fact, small improvement, if I may recollect, in the current standards of performances by focusing on the energies of the people throughout the organization, not just a select few technical people. Both are important to be competitive. Organization need to use both type of changes. I repeat, Kaizen and innovative. So this is what the typical changes would all be all about it. The role of people in the organization also varies in terms of their responsibilities, involvement in not only implementing innovations we are talking about, or perhaps Kaizen, we are talking in terms of maintaining the company's current system and processes as shown in the ideal job function situation. Top management has large role in fostering innovations and Kaizen, but a small role in maintenance. This is the opposite of in operation. This is the opposite in operation, perhaps, of the staff where maintenance is primarily focused. So look, what we are talking about. Top management is involved in innovations mostly, and a little bit of Kaizen, but middle management and supervisors are not only involved in innovation but Kaizen majorly, little bit of innovations and maintenance of the current study. So, by definition, maintenance refers to those activities directed at maintaining the current technology, managerial, and standard operating procedures of an organization. It involves such things as establishing policies, rules, standard operating procedures, providing training so that the people understand them, and maintaining discipline for adhering to the system and procedure that have been defined time and again. So many companies have been unsuccessful in terms of maintaining their competitive position simply because they focused on innovations alone. Innovations without Kaizen typically results in lower level of performances. Without maintenance, the actual gains expected from innovation deteriorate over time. Instead of getting a great leap forward in terms of productivity, quality, what measures of competitiveness is appropriate? It actually falls off. The next investment in innovation needs to be even greater, even higher to bring the company back to the competitive position thereby. That is what we are looking forward to it. So what are we looking as far as innovation? If you look by the pages altogether, the innovations, what we try to go, but what actually happens, and if we are not sustaining the innovation, the maintenance it flows down. So we need to maintain to keep the standard or what should be the standard, and then we again go for innovation. Even if you don't, and thereby we have to maintain, otherwise again it slips back. So this is what innovation happens altogether. By contrast, now let me give you what Kaizen would be doing around it with maintenance, not only in terms of only to maintain gains in innovation, but also uses Kaizen to continuously improve and refine the new system, thus establish an ever increasing higher level of innovations and performances, may I say so. Consequently, the next innovations can either be small, capital amount, or can give the company a large performances increase relative to the competition. It is clear in terms of competitive achievement. Kaizen and innovations together are what is important. Not only one, but also the other. So yes, this is what innovations is all about. It there is a radical change, and then probably for new standard is what Kaizen would be looking into it. See the improvement. In the previous slide, we showed us slack because it has not been maintained. But in Kaizen, if you continuously improve upon it, it is going to go by leaps and bounds, and that is what we are trying to go at innovations with innovation with Kaizen. With this words, I come to an end of this video. Thank you very much for watching till the end.